yo. Back. So I was just watching one and only 2800. What we doing? I think motherfuckers do that shit on one of the calls as soon as I go live. Hey y'all. So I was just watching Sean Gatewright testimony, man, for the death penalty hearing that they have. Yeah, I don't know how Shorty got herself involved in it. Like, yo, that boy had a great life. Great life, man. Shorty at 20 years old probably experienced more of the world than probably shit. 85% of niggas that's fucking 50. You heard me? What's up, Scott? But what I hold up, yo? What I lie about, Scott? Tell me what I lied about, man. What I lie about? You gotta hit my Instagram. What's up, ball out? But yo, there is rules in the streets, yo. Like, I just be sick and tired of people saying that. Like, yo, there is rules in the streets, and there is honor among thieves. It is. I got a reward. Got a reward for what? Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, yo, like, yo, I'm sick and tired of niggas. Maybe because y'all niggas ain't moved with any type of rule, morals or principle. It's still rules. Yo, just because people break them, that don't mean it's not rules, man. Like, that's like saying that it's not rules in the streets because people break them. It's like saying there's not laws in the world because people break them. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, people keep saying that shit, and every time I see it, I just be disgusted because it's like, yo, what the fuck is you? It is rules, man. There always been rules. There always been rules, man. Like, yo, I have never snaked none of my homeboys. I have never dealt with none of my homeboys, girls or baby mothers. I ain't never stole no money from none of my friends. Like, yo, just because you niggas don't play by the rules, that don't mean that it ain't rules, man. So it's rules to everything in life. Everything in life has rules, man. Every single thing. It's not one thing in life or one thing you can do in life where it's not no rules or guidelines or parameters. And when you move outside of those parameters and guidelines and rules, there's consequences. Just like in the streets, there's consequences. And this whole honor, it's not honor among thieves. That is, y'all. Me and all my niggas could be in the streets doing whatever we doing, whether we doing it as a team or doing it individually. And we don't cross each other. You understand what I'm saying? Now there's no honor amongst thieves on opposing sides. Yo, but yeah, yo, like basically, yo, when people say there's no honor amongst thieves, it's almost like saying that you can just sneak your homeboys and do whatever you want, and there's no consequences for that. You steal from the wrong friend, your ass might get killed, man. It's rules in everything, yo. It's rules in everything. Friend, try to have sex with the wrong friend, baby mother, and watch the rules get applied. It's consequences for everything. I just don't understand why people keep pushing that. Like, yo, y'all gonna get somebody hurt, man, pushing that shit, man. For the people that's in the streets and on the internet watching, if they out this bitch thinking they gonna move without rules, move without integrity, that's why niggas be dying. That's why some people live and some people die. Now, you can also follow the rules and still get killed. But following the rules enhances your chance of making it out. You understand what I'm saying? When you don't follow the rules of the streets, if you moving with this, there's no honor amongst thieves mentality, chances are, yo, you ain't gonna make it out. Straight up, you gonna get killed out that bitch thinking that shit real. For real, man. Yeah, you ain't lying. Big Low. He said it can't be rules. We got 6'9" and whack 100 with an opinion. Niggas be fucking it up. You know, they trying to make it to where as though there's no rules by silencing certain people but promoting others. Cause these niggas points ain't valid. You know what I mean? Right, it ain't no structure, you know. But that don't mean there ain't no rules. Like, it's definitely rules, yo. And I'm sick and tired of people keep saying that shit. And then you got people agreeing. There's no honor amongst thieves. Since when, yo? Since when hasn't it been honor amongst thieves? That's why snitches got disciplined. You feel me? That's why when you talk to the police, it's consequences for that. Even as an opposition. You understand what I'm saying? Even as an opposition, yo. If you get in a situation, you get shot, and you told on a motherfucker, there's consequences for that. That's honor. When you break those, when you break those rules and move outside of those rules, it's consequences, yo. So to say there's no honor amongst thieves is crazy. It's crazy. I just don't understand why these niggas keep pushing that shit like that. Like, these niggas is lying and they misleading people. Even when we talk about the no kids and no women type shit, like, yo, you know, yo, when niggas kill kids, yo, niggas go to jail for that shit, right? I would probably say 85% of the time. I'm not getting away with killing no motherfucking child in the black community, man. Oh shit. That's what's up, man. My son said, so they got my kids taking this test. I guess it's called the Keystone test. And my son just said he passed the test. He got a was it a award or a certificate for passing the test? He said he the fifth person to do it in school history. That's what's up, Shorty. Gotta call his ass. Or see when I get in the house. But yeah, that's what's up. What it do, bro? It did used to be like that. You ain't lying. At one point, when you talked to police, the whole family did had to move. Yeah, man. Straight up. Delta, what it is. I'm just tired of these niggas saying that shit, yo. Like, they gonna get these young boys killed, yo. Thinking you can out here to your IG, these papers going to get Diddy and Boogie hurt, putting snitch niggas on front gate. Man, I don't, yeah, that shit crazy. But yeah, they gonna get people hurt, y'all. Keep telling these kids what it do. Ain't no rules to the streets. Got 6ix9ine talking to Big Bank like, what you mean? Ain't no rules. Like, yo, yes the fuck it is rules, yo. That's you are 6ix9ine is an example of the rules being applied. The fuck you talk about? It ain't no rules, nigga. Just because some people choose to break them, that don't mean it ain't no rules. Yo, like I said, that's like saying there ain't no rules to driving. You know, these signs and stop signs and traffic lights don't mean nothing. Yeah, they mean something. Run one of them bitches while police around. Yeah, if ain't nobody around to witness it, you might get away with it. You know, if you run a red light and the police is not there and ain't no cameras at the light, you're not going to get a ticket. But try it at a light with cameras or do it in front of the police. You're going to get a ticket for that, man. So just because you got away with it once, that don't mean it wasn't a rule to begin with. It still was a rule. You just chose to break it. It's like just like the streets. But to sit here and say there ain't no rules, like, yo, that's crazy, man. That's why so many of these boys be dying, yo. They don't follow the rules. They getting work from niggas, not paying them back. You know what I mean? They talking shit behind their homeboys back. They impress a female. They committing wild ass crimes at gas stations and on video camera. That's why niggas is going to jail, because niggas ain't following the rules. If you follow the rules, the chances are you can make it out the streets. When you don't follow the rules, the chances are you ain't gonna make it out. But to say it ain't no rules is crazy. Right, exactly. You can't, right. If it wasn't a rule, you wouldn't be, exactly. It's fucking rules and everything. It's rules and everything in life, yo. It's not one thing in life where it ain't no fucking rules, yo. It's rules to the streets, yo. It's rules to relationships. It's rules at work. It's rules, period. You know what I mean? It's rules. If you married and you cheat, you fucking, it was a rule. You know? You broke the rule. Now you're getting a divorce, you know? And you gotta pay for that a lot of times. Yeah, y'all, that's what they do. Like I said, I'm just tired of saying it. Like, and niggas be so loud and wrong about it. People be so loud and wrong about this shit. And they say it like they know what they talking about. Like they saying something slick. Like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? It ain't no rules, nigga. Break them. See what happens. For the people that's talking, going around saying there ain't no rules, break them. See what happened. 6ix9ine broke the rules. Now it's 8 years later, and he's still trying to find a way back in. Big Bank broke the rules. That's why he's getting all the backlash that he's getting online right now. If it wasn't no rules, what Big Bank did, nobody would have anything to say about it. Yeah, 6ix9ine was Jay Reed the whole time, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. That boy is he's still Jay Reed. That boy is into deep Jay Reed. Working with the police from the beginning. That's why they trying so hard to get him back into the culture. They need that nigga. That nigga was helping them motherfuckers. Getting niggas online, have them talking crazy. Hell yeah, he was wrong for taking the money from 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine used this shit out Big Bank. They're like, man, what? Big Bank Big Bank image took a hit, a mean hit. I seen a video niggas accusing Big Bank of snitching back in the day on Ola Run. Niggas wasn't talking about that, man. Hell yeah. Shouldn't he want no way. Anytime 6ix9ine offers you money to do something, don't do it. Kodak Black took a hit by taking the money. I remember the Dawson family. I was on Preston Street when all that shit went on down there. I know, that's what I'm saying, real. Hey, I told you, yo, this shit crazy. I ain't cover right. I just say the video. I just say the video the other day when they earlier today. Niggas was talking about Big Bank told. I say, damn. I can pull it up. Hold up. Niggas, I ain't lying. I'm not lying. Where the fuck that shit at? There you go, right? Matter of fact, Music 101 bluffing ass did a video for it.
It just keeps failing me time after time after time, and I just can't.
Is 21 gonna be a mom? And he's 6ix9ine just destroyed Big Bank and his Atlanta pier. Matter of fact, people is questioning street cred now. Man, Bank, what the hell? It sound like you gonna change your perspective, man. What the hell?
That's how you feel. Look, bro. Every man is trying to.
You the one who changed your perspective. What you just on everybody's ass who ratting and all this shit? Who you want? What and all that?
I don't want to hear that. But that's what I'm saying. Is it my perspective or facts?
Man, get your own.
For real?
Man, as y'all seen in this guy video, he is saying now that Big Bank sat down with 6ix9ine and kind of changed his perspective and trying to take up for people in Atlanta that ratted. He said he feel like Big Bank probably did snitch on Ola. And for the people that don't know who Ola is in this Big Bank situation, Ola is an Atlanta rapper. And him and Big Bank had a deadly back and forth that I would not go into detail. But 5 years ago, Ola was being arrested. And while he was getting put in the police car, he yelled to who was recording and said Big Bank snitched on him.
Big Bank, you the police too, man. After you pull that shit, man, tell you go Big Bank a rat, man. All these guys telling on me, man. All y'all niggas rats, man. My name like Star, man. All y'all niggas rats.
3 years after that, Mickey True.
I wouldn't be surprised if he told y'all. That's what I'm saying. When you do shit like that, it's hard to, it's hard to say, it's hard to co-sign you, or say the rumors that's going around ain't true. You feel me? I don't know now. You feel me? He could be. Because you took the money. You took the money, yo. You sacrificed what you said you stood on for a couple of dollars. Shit, you might be a rat. I don't know. I can't say he ain't. I don't know. He was signed in 1017? Yeah, he was. I'm just saying, yo. People gotta stop pushing that lie, yo. You gonna get these young niggas killed thinking they can just do whatever they want. Can I just do whatever you want out here, man? And think that it ain't gonna be no consequences behind it, man. Like that, basically that's what that implies. They said ain't no rules to the streets. And there's no honor amongst thieves. It's basically saying you can do whatever you want and it won't be consequences. And that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. Thanks, kid. What's up, kid? Yeah, that ain't the truth, man. That's a fucking lie, man. He say never signed, just had a chain and got, oh, all right. Oh, okay. So he ain't never signed with 1017. He just had a chain. I heard his name before, but I don't even know nothing about Shorty. What made me do this video is because I seen Doug Face talking to DJ Academics, and basically said that it ain't no honor amongst thieves. And that mean you can just steal from your homeboy then. You know what I mean? That mean when you steal from one of your friends, nobody should look at it sideways. We should still all be cool. You feel me? It may not be honor amongst the guys that you associated yourself with. Yo, but to put that on everybody and their clique of homeboys or their, yeah, man, that's crazy, y'all. Maybe y'all niggas wasn't moving with honor and integrity. Yo, but man, my niggas, we don't steal from each other. Man, I ain't beefing with that nigga, man. He just was wrong, Beasley. I called him out for being wrong and he couldn't take it. That's all. That's all. I don't think he had a lawyer in this case. So he don't really understand how court works when you have an attorney. That's all it was. You know, he was more emotional than I was about it. I only did 2 calls so far today. Yeah, he was more emotional about it than me. I just said the nigga was wrong, yo, and he was wrong. He is wrong. Yeah, man. We was. You know, I just sent hella niggas over your page. Yo got mad because he did a video on Big 30 reading some paperwork and then misapplied the law to make it seem like that Big 30 basically fucked everybody's case up because he admitted to being there. I was telling this motherfucking ass that, yo, it's a bail hearing, bro. I was telling him it's a bail hearing. And at a bail hearing, you're not there to dispute all the facts. So if we're going to concede to this sequence of events in order to secure a bond at this hearing, that's what we're going to do. He didn't understand that. He said it was a judicial admission, and it binds them in this statement. And then I also said that, yo, how you going to jump out there and do what you did when maybe that is the narrative? Maybe that is, exactly. That's what I'm saying, J Rock. Like, you can't say you wasn't there. Like, you're like, that's not going to win you the case. You cannot go in front of the jury and they got clear evidence that you was at this scene and you go on that bitch and say it wasn't me. You can't do that, bro. You're going to lose, man. You're going to get found guilty, man. But what you can do is say, yeah, that was me. Yeah, I was there. But since they don't got no gun, they don't got no money, they don't have any of the items stolen, you can say that, yeah, that was me, but a robbery didn't take place. You can say that. And that's not snitching. They at the end of the day, they probably all gonna have to admit that they was there. Because you can't say you wasn't. Now you can tell the police you wasn't. You know what I mean? I would rather you tell the police you wasn't. But that's different than in trial, when you have a jury, when you're in front of the judge. You cannot go in front of them bitches and they got you on video, clear as day that is you, and say that's not me. You're not gonna win the jury over with that, man. Byron Blake he ain't understand that. Like, based off of how he covers his stories over there, once you get arrested, you can't even have a defense. You can't even have a defense. You just gotta say yeah and just plead guilty to the motherfucker. Yeah, let the lawyers work. Let the lawyers work, man. He don't understand that part of the game, which leads me to believe that he didn't have an attorney when he fought his case, because he don't know how lawyers work, especially when you got co-defendants. Yeah, so that's all that was. He just proved to me that, yo, you emotional as a motherfucker, bro. You emotional. I ain't gonna start calling nigga out names. A nigga disagree with me. But in this situation, he just was wrong. He just was wrong. And you jumped the gun. I just think he fought so hard because that's what he said he was against. You said you was against that type of reporting, bro. That's the same shit Sunday Nash and them niggas be doing. And you said and you said you was against it, and you've been coming after them because you are against it. But then you just basically did the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, how they gonna get locked into a store at a bail hearing, my nigga? Then he went live and was continued lying. Ended up putting the live on membership because he know he didn't make sense. Nigga told me, yo, they already had their arraignment. I'm like, yo, well, it didn't. Well, it didn't, bro. You had your preliminary, then you had your arraignment. No, it ain't. Your arraignment is first. Like, what the fuck is you know what preliminary means? You know, preliminary is the early stages. You have your preliminary first. You have your preliminary arraignment, and then you have your formal arraignment, where they formally announce the charges when you're formally indicted. That's what and he ain't understand that. Oh, he got mad. He got mad. It just proved to me he don't know as much as he think he know about the system. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but it is what it is. You know, I just realized, yo, you can't support these niggas like that. Like these niggas these niggas want to get on, man, by any means necessary. You know, I be looking for like-minded individuals. You know, because to me it's bigger than content. To me, it's this. We in a motherfucking fight. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, this shit ain't like, oh, these niggas is pushing out dangerous narratives, misleading people intentionally. So to me, it's like, yo, we got to fight back against this shit. And you can't do it individually. Because these niggas not doing it individually. These niggas got teams. Whack 100, Vlad, Academics, 1090, Jake, Trap Lord Rock, Seti Nash. These niggas is all Poetic Flacco. They on the same team. And in order to fight back against them niggas, we gonna need a team. You can't do it alone. But niggas don't look at it that way, because these niggas trying to get on. God damn. Shit. Hope you alright. Free teeth, a lot of motherfucking teeth, bro. You can be sore as a bitch. Yeah, but that's all it was, though. I don't deal with emotional ass niggas. As a man, you supposed to be able to control your emotions, man. Nope. It's another emotional ass nigga. Niggas be blocking niggas that disagree with him and shit. Like, what the fuck, nigga? What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? I'm not blocking nobody because they disagree with me, yo. Only people I block is racist. And I don't even block them a lot of times. But I really just wanted to speak on this, yo, because I keep saying people say it. And it's like, yo, why are y'all saying that? Why are y'all saying there's no honor amongst thieves and there's no rules to the streets when it is rules? And just because people break them, that don't mean that it wasn't rules. It's not what that means. People break rules all the time, yo. But to say there ain't no rules, well, basically allude to there ain't no consequences when you go outside the lines, and it is. Consequences might be jail. I mean, consequences might be death. Consequences might be a nigga just stop fucking with you. But it is consequences, which means there is rules. Oh, that shit going on by my house. I'm gonna take my ass in the house after this. If I ain't got no another call. But that's pretty much all I had to say, man. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure you share the live. I want to go through. I'm off tomorrow, so tonight I want to go through Sean Gaithright death penalty hearing, man. Y'all got to hear that shit, man. Shorty had a great life, y'all. He got sucked into that shit. That's why he keep crying. He ain't grew up like the rest of them niggas, man. Ain't too many niggas grew up like Sean Gaithright. For real. Like, white or black. Like, Shorty was very privileged. Very, very, very privileged. For you to get sucked up into that shit like that, it's crazy. I know for me, I would be pissed, man, with all the time and effort I put into my child, and you go out this bitch and fucking get caught up in a murder, man. Like, what the fuck was you? I would be upset and disappointed if I was his father. For real. I would be disappointed in that. I need to find something to eat. I'm always a bitch. Yeah, like it's hard to even feel sorry for Shorty, y'all, because it's different when you grow up and you don't got a chance. You in a single parent household, your mother always working, bills are struggling to get paid. You just in a fucked up environment, your parents getting high, you got to raise your siblings, and it's different. Because hard times cloud judgment. When you growing up in a stressful situation, you might not always make the right decisions. But when you had everything that you ever could want plus more, you had a clear path to success, and you ruined it. It's like, damn, bro. Like, you know how many people would have died to grow up like you, my nigga? I mean, you know how many kids out here, that would love to have your childhood, your family, your support system, and you went out and did that. Like, that shit crazy. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's another day. Keep it you new.